So let's start on our backs today then. Yeah, just go ahead and come on down and just let yourself spend a few moments getting situated and maybe a little stretch here and there. Begin to allow the eyes to close if they're not closed yet, and breathe in through your nose, filling all the way up, and open the mouth. Just sigh it away. Let it all go. Maybe you take a few more of those just like that to really land here. As you breathe, begin to send the breath to the parts of yourself that may be resistant to rest. As you breathe, begin to drop a little bit out of your head and into your heart. Just calling yourself in. Allowing the body to rest here. Feel 10% heavier. The back of your head, the spine long, hips, legs, and arms. Just let them become a little heavier. And begin to watch the breath. Maybe you are steadying by lengthening the exhale to match that length and depth of your inhale. Feel the belly draw in toward the spine just to let that exhale grow longer. And in this moment, allowing everything outside of this hour that you've carved out just for you, allow it to sit outside of the room that you are in. If you're outside, letting it be somewhere tucked away. Begin to hone in a little deeper into the heart. Imagining each breath to brighten the light surrounding your heart. And take one more breath here, really big breath, fill all the way up. Pause at the top, see if you can sip in just a little bit more deep in the breath. And then open the mouth, big exhale, let it all go. Sweep the hands up overhead. Feeling the body stretch very, very long here. You might even grab hold of the wrist and sort of reach up and over to one side and then to the other. And begin to draw the knees in toward your chest. Wrapping the arms around the fronts of your shins. Continuing to allow the head, shoulders, and spine to stay heavy. And take your left foot to the mat. Extend the right foot straight up in the air. Go ahead and open your eyes as you take a look at your toes. And begin pointing and flexing into the foot. Maybe rolling the ankle around. And then begin to hug your right knee again into your chest. Take the front of your knee into the right hand. Your left hand is going to come to the very front of your left hip, just to add a little bit more weight to keep the hip grounded as you open the knee out to the side. So the right knee is opening out to the side. This could be plenty for you. Just kind of opening and rocking here. If you would like a little bit more sensation, you can extend the left leg long. Keep pressing down on the front of your left hip and flex out through both feet. Just feeling really grounded in your hips here. Good, one last breath here. Before we switch sides, begin to cross the right knee over the body and cross into a twist. Yeah, keep that right arm out nice and long and allow the shoulder to really reach out. Just let the arm be heavy. And begin to unwind. Hug both knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in. And use the exhale to switch. So now the right foot comes down, the left foot reaches up to the sky. Looking at the toes, pointing and flexing, rolling it out. Just notice that gentle sensation of stretch all the way down the back of your leg. Good, and as you bend into your left knee, hold it with your left hand and open it out. Again, using your right hand to counterbalance here. So if I were to let my left knee open all the way up, that right hip kind of pops up off of the floor. Try to keep the back of both hips nice and grounded. Just exploring the movement available in the hips, and maybe you're extending your right leg nice and long. Flexing into both feet, keeping them active. Take one more breath in here. And then cross it over the body, coming into your twist on this side. Left arm out long. Just breathing into the outside of that left hip. And exhale, both knees to your chest. Begin rock and roll, coming back and forth. Massaging into the entire length of your spine. Give it a few times here. And then when you feel ready to land, come to a nice seat. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees open wide, and sit up nice and tall. I like to put my hands on my ankles here and give my knees just a little flutter. Zip up the low belly so that you can sit up really, really tall. It's almost as if you are creating a tension between your hands and your shoulders by trying to get as long as you can through the spine. Yeah, and almost imagine as if you're like puffing the chest through. Yeah. Gentle rock side to side, keeping all of this length. Steady, slow breath in. And steady, slow breath out. As you start to close the legs, we'll begin making our way to hands and knees. So you can just sweep the legs around. You can come up and over the knees if you like. Moving right into some cat and cow, spinal articulation. Untuck the toes and make sure all of your wrists, elbows, shoulders are lined up. Your knees are under your hips, and begin to inhale, drop the belly, lift the crown of the head and the tailbone. Full exhale to tuck and round, puff up the upper back. Full breath to transition all the way to your little sway back cow. And again, the full breath up into your angry cat. And I'll go ahead and invite some organic movement in for the next 3 or so rounds. Just really focusing in on the sensations of moving your body. Wonderful job. Let's start to make your way back into a nice long neutral spine. Tuck the toes under, rock the hips back to the heels. And this is sort of like an active child's pose. So you're actively pressing the palms in to get the hips as close to your heels as you can, providing some stretch into the sole of the feet. And now lift your chin, look straight up toward the top edge of your mat. See if you can broaden the collarbones here, allowing the scapula to drive down the back. And breathe in, expand the ribs. Open the mouth, let it go. Rock the hips forward, bring them all the way down and untuck the toes. Nice high, wide, lazy cobra here. So your elbows are bent. Shoulders might even shrug up to the ears for just a moment so that you can roll them back and down. And gently draw the chin over to the right shoulder. And over to the left shoulder. Lowering the belly, the chest, the chin all the way down. Lift the hips up and back to your downward facing dog. So you can move through table to get there, or you can go ahead and power it up if you want, taking it up into a nice tall plank first. Keeping in mind what it is to give yourself rest. When you land in your down dog, walk it out, bending into one knee and then the other. Maybe you're bending into your knees so that you can get the hips up and back. And see if you can drop your chin closer to your chest, almost as if you're looking back toward your knees or even your thighs. Press into your hands, all 10 knuckles, all 10 fingertips. Breathe in and press the floor away. And begin to tiptoe your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you can. Into your lazy ragdoll when you get there. Feet are hip distance apart or wider. Grab hold of opposite elbows and sway side to side. Letting the weight of the head go. Feeling as if the whole upper body is spilling out of your trunk.
feet are really rooted down. So bending the knees allows this sort of buoyancy of traveling your weight deep into your feet and letting it rise up to meet you. Take another breath. Release your fingertips down. Heel toe your feet together, or at least closer together. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine, flat back. Hands can be on shins, thighs, or blocks. Exhale, lower and fold. Take two more just like that. Inhale, lift and lengthen, like a turtle coming out of its shell. Exhale, soften the knees and surrender in. One more, inhale. And exhale as you bend deeply into the knees, roll yourself all the way up to stand, squeeze the muscles of your legs all the way up. Take the hands up overhead. And then let the palms meet together in front of your heart. Full breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. Maybe here you open the eyes and take in your surroundings just by moving the eyes around. So try not to move the head or the neck. Just a little bit of eye yoga, especially if we look at screens a lot all day. And start to look over to the right as far as you can, and then look up like a rainbow up and over to the left. Maybe even down, feeling the backs of the eyes, like actually the back of the eyeballs, getting a little stretch as you just look around, take in your surroundings, breathe in the light. And then release the arms down by your sides. Coming into a nice strong mountain pose. Feel the feet rooting down and the ears slightly lifting up and back to create a very straight line of energy from root to crown. You might even feel like tucking your chin toward your throat to get more length in the back of the neck. Let the shoulders drop back and away from your ears. Notice how you feel right here, just standing, lengthening the tailbone slightly, drawing the low belly in and up to support your heart, so that the very center of you can be light and free. On your next inhale, sweep the hands up overhead, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, take it all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, drop and step the right foot to the back of the mat, lower the right knee. Go ahead and untuck the right toes. Plant your right hand and sweep the left hand back, making a big circle here. Try to watch your left thumb as you sweep it all the way around. Last one, we'll let the hand reach up to the sky. And exhale, both hands down. Tuck the back toes, stepping back to your plank pose here. Really nice. And you can always lower the knees, especially if you're bringing that really serious, steady mantra of ease and rest here. Either way, make sure that you're not dropping the head down. The neck is an extension of your spine, so even feeling that chin drawing back, feel the collarbones start to shine forward. Dig into all 10 fingertips. And then exhale, lower everything to the mat. Beautiful. Tuck the toes, press the tops of the feet in. Take the hands just outside of the mat, elbows bent up to the sky. Inhale, rolling, nice spinal wave, let the head lift left. Press the pubic bone in and lower to lift. Exhale, bowing in. Take a couple more of those, just sort of getting into the intuitive nature of the spinal wave. And then the hands both land under the shoulders, making your way to downward facing dog. And again, just letting it be an easy way to get there. No need to work too hard. And take a deep breath in, come high onto the toes. Exhale heavy with the heels, bend the knees, get the hips up even higher. And we'll step the right foot forward. Look ahead of you, and as you exhale, left foot steps up, fold it in. Inhale, rise all the way up, both hands to the sky. And exhale, hands dropping down to the heart. Release the arms down. Take a full breath in right here. Open the mouth, let it go. Inhale, hands up, look up. And exhale, fold forward. Again, low belly still drawing in and up the whole time. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine, flat back. And exhale, left leg steps back this time as you lower the left knee, untuck the toes. And your left hand plants. Watch that right hand as you sweep it back and up and all the way forward. Take about 3 rounds here. Nice, slow and controlled. And then we'll begin to reach that right hand to the sky. Full breath in. And exhale, right hand down. Stepping back to your plank pose, nice and strong. Again, make sure you're not dropping the head. The neck is an extension of your spine. Everything in one long line. Draw the low belly in, and then exhale, lower everything down. 3 more of those nice wide cobras here. Press the tops of the feet down. Spinal wave to roll up, go at your own pace. Both hands landing under the shoulders, making your way to downward facing dog. And again, just letting it be a nice lazy way to get there. Big inhale, high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees greatly long in the spine. Left leg steps forward, look straight ahead. So you're dropping the hips. And as you exhale, step the right foot up, fold it in. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Take a moment here just to kind of be again in your space. Really might feel some heat beginning to build, might feel the breath starting to quicken. Can you commit again to that nice long, steady exhale? Commit again to that ease and flow. Dropping out of your head and into your heart, moving in a way that suits you, suits your heart and where you want to be. So you can take all of these same postures and move in a way that is, kind of like rigid and get there and be there. But, we're really looking more toward this nice, softer edged, traveling in and through. And we're going to begin to add on to that. And so we'll repeat it each time we add on. And feel free to skip any of it or variate it all any way that would feel better in your body. Or maybe you feel like amping it up today, and that can be soft too. So when you feel good, hands together in front of your heart, breathe in. Open the mouth, let it go, release the arms. Inhale, take the hands up. Exhale, fold and bow. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right leg back. Lower the right knee. Right hand plants, sweep that left arm back. We've got 3 rounds here. You can always keep the back knee lifted. You could always just send that left arm to the side and hold it there. Just moving with your breath at the rhythm of your own heart. One full breath in at the top. And exhale, both hands down. Instead of stepping back to our down dog, we're gonna go ahead and step up here. So right foot steps up, folding in. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. Come all the way up to stand, hands to the sky. And exhale, sink the hips down, chair pose. Really sink the hips down, make sure you can still see your toes. My cats have decided that now is the time to play very loudly in their box, so that's what you're hearing over there. Draw the low belly in. Nice job. And so from here, hands to the heart, shift your weight into your left leg, sweep the right foot back, warrior 3. Really focusing on leveling out the hips, so you're dropping that right hip down, pulling that left hip back. Zip up the low belly so that you can relieve that crunch in the low back. And you can be totally perpendicular and parallel to the floor here. Or you might even have the back foot kind of tapping down. Think about lengthening out, one more breath. And then we'll exhale, drop the right toes to the back of the mat, crescent lunge, reach the arms to the sky. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, straighten both legs. And as you exhale, bend into that front knee, sweep the hands back, arrow lunge. Think about that cobra chest, roll the shoulders back and away from the ears, nice and long, zip up the low belly. Again, really you should feel a lot of this in that left glute and the side, the outside of the hip. And if you're not, then that means your hips are kind of out of alignment, so pull the left hip back. And now we'll release both hands to the earth, step back, plank pose. Options here are to take a nice gentle flow through, or you can shift it right up to downward facing dog. Moving in a way that feels good and right to you. No need to overwork or overdo anything. Breathe it in here in your down dog. Come high onto the toes. And as you exhale, bend the knees greatly. Shift your weight up to the thumbs. Sorry, your gaze up to the thumbs. And step or float both feet to the top of your mat. Folding in when you get there. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. One full breath to be here. Let go of any of that negative self-talk that's happening on that side. Just allow the body to experience the shape as you move with the breath. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, release the arms, big exhale. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, try to take the entire breath to lift and lengthen. And the entire exhale to fold it in. Left leg steps back, left knee drops down. And here we're watching that right hand make those big circles. And you can go forward or backward with those circles. And they both really kind of create a different feeling in the body. Sweeping back allows this sort of spiral open. And sweeping forward allows, well, it allows a more drawing in, a little bit more withdrawn. One more breath in at the top. Both hands down. Stepping up to fold in. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, chair pose. Hands can be in front of your heart. They can be reaching up. You've got 2 breaths to really be here and experience the depth of your hips, the weight in your heels. And then all hands to the heart as you shift your weight into your right foot. Sweep the left foot back, finding warrior 3. Active all the way through the left pinky toe. Keep breathing. Slow belly drawing in. Next inhale, see if you can get longer. And your next exhale, drop your left toes to the back. High crescent lunge, breathing in. Exhale, settle down. Inhale, straighten that front leg, reach up high. And exhale, arrow lunge, bending into the front knee, sweep both hands back. Find that cobra chest, so look straight ahead. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Sometimes opening my palms to the earth helps that outer rotation. But then also reach away, breathe in. And exhale, both hands down, step back, plank pose, take your flow. Landing in your downward facing dog. Breathe in, come high onto the toes. Really press into the hands. Beautiful job. Exhale, bend into the knees and step or hop your feet all the way up. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Full breath in to be here. Open the mouth, let it all go. Adding on this time, inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, bow it in. Step the right foot back. Lower the heel, inhale, rise with that left arm. Take as many circles as you like, move slow, like moving through honey. One more breath in. And out, both hands land. On your way to step up, send the right foot to the sky. So inhale, standing split. Exhale, right foot down, fold in. Inhale, hands sweep up, stand tall. And exhale, chair pose. One breath in to be here. Exhale, hands to the heart, step the right foot back, but let it float in warrior 3. Inhale. Exhale, drop the right foot back, high crescent lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, straighten that front leg, reach tall. And as you exhale, bend into that front knee, arrow lunge. Big windmill open, warrior 2 here. Right hand leads the way. Spin the back heel down and make your way. Exhale, settle in. Really nice. Take whatever adjustment you need with your feet. Shoulders relaxed right over the hips. Yeah, and again, remember in our warrior 2, we want to really resist that sort of sticking out of the booty. So what happens here is you need to turn on your glute. Deeper in the leg, lengthen the tailbone down so it's almost as if you're tucking the tailbone. Yeah, and now take the flare out of your ribs. Yeah, talking to you here. Lengthen your tailbone down. Yes, you can feel that. Yeah, and now maybe even go a little deeper with that front knee bend. Trust yourself, trust your feet, muscles are strong. Release the arms out wide again. Now settle, breathe in, gazing out past those left fingertips. Nice job. Inhale, straighten that front leg, reverse warrior, left hand to the sky. Notice if you're kind of letting everything spill out in the low belly here, keep zipping it up to find more length. Even if you don't go back as far, we're not looking for a big side bend, we're looking for a lift up. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, extended side angle, left elbow either on top of or outside of your left knee, right hand up and over. Really nice. Take your breath here. Really feel that length from that right hip the right pinky all the way down to the right toes. And imagine you could like lengthen the back body just a little bit here. Nice adjustment. One more breath in. And exhale, both hands to the earth. Stepping back to flow through. Breathe it in. Open exhale, breathe it out. Inhale high onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, step or float both feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, long spine, flat back. Exhale, bow it in. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to the heart. One full breath to be here. Reground, remind yourself of the practice of presence. Let it go. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, this time the left foot steps back. Lowering the left knee, sweep that right arm, take it nice and slow, as many times as you want. And if you're playing with the different directions of sweeping the arm, go for it, play with them. See kind of what kind of feeling it gives you to go in the direction that you haven't been going. One last inhale, find that top reach. And exhale, both hands down. Again, remember that switch up here. Inhale, left foot to the sky, standing split. Exhale, left foot down, fold it in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale to be here. Exhale, settle in. Hands to the heart. In. And exhale, left foot sweeps back. Find that warrior three. Feel that full breath in, lengthen the spine. And exhale, drop the left toes to the mat. Inhale, both hands to the sky. Exhale, settle it in. Inhale, straighten both legs, reach it up. And exhale as you bend into that front knee, sweep it forward and back. Arrow lunge. Left hand leads the way this time, windmilling all the way open to that warrior two. Spin the back heel down. And settle in. Gazing along those right fingertips just beyond. And again, kind of allow the body to experience all of those tiny little micro adjustments of lengthening down through the tailbone, feeling the ribs cinch in and down toward the front of your hips. And then the shoulders relax open. Maybe you bend deeper into that front knee, making sure that you're leaning it out. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Flip that front palm, let's reverse it, straighten that front leg. And again, zip up that low belly, reach it even higher. One more breath in for length. And exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow on top of or outside of your right knee. And that left hand can be reaching straight up, or you can extend the bicep up and over the ear. Again, allowing the body to kind of lean back, like a little trust fall here. I'm just going to turn around so that I can look at you. Really nice job. Use that next breath in to see if you can get a little longer. And instead of coming down on this side, we're gonna come back up, straighten both legs. Heel toe the feet so that you can get the feet nice and parallel. So your heels might even be a little bit turned out. And again, finding that really nice neutral pelvis here. So lengthen the tailbone down, feel that low belly zip up. And then take the flare out of the ribs. Yes. Take the hands to the waist, squeeze the legs, and feel the inner thighs especially lifting in and up, allowing this sort of pelvic floor activation. And then hinge only at the hips, long spine all the way down. And when you get to the place that you want to be, maybe the crown of the head is reaching down toward the earth, maybe you're staying at that halfway place. Bring the hands to the earth and maybe start to walk them back between the feet. Bring the breath along. Beautiful. Allowing the breath to participate here, and not just participate, but to guide that movement. So there's a little subtle wave happening with the spine. Yeah, scooping that low belly in and up, almost as if you are softening into the heart space. Yes, feel the shoulders roll back and away from the ears. The sides of the neck are long. Take one more breath. Let it go. You're gonna walk the hands up underneath your shoulders so that you can lift and lengthen the spine. So you want a nice long flat back here. And then we're gonna bend into the right knee just a little bit as you walk the hands over. Keeping that right foot nice and parallel to the back edge of your mat. So the toes are facing in the same direction of your fingers. Yes. So actually, if you want to see what I'm doing first before I try to guide you into it, take a second. So I'm walking my hands over to that right foot. So more weight is in my right leg. And you can stay right here and just allow that inner groin stretch. If you want to sort of work on that outer hip stretch, step up onto that right leg and send your left leg straight out. So you're not coming back, you're not coming forward, you're coming straight out. And you can practice a lower and a lift here. Yeah, and we're gonna do it on both sides. So kind of take your time moving in and through them. Yeah, Lisa, I know you were talking about the outer hips. So I'm expecting this to be kind of, you know, not the easiest thing for you if you're trying to work on strengthening the outer hip. Yeah, and so practice lowering that left leg to a hover next to the right. Yeah, so you notice how it kind of comes out a little bit behind. See if you can bring it in line. And now, yeah, use it. It doesn't matter how high the leg comes out to the side. Just use your focus on keeping it in that same plane as the right foot as you slowly bring it out and slowly lower it down. Really beautiful job. Yeah, take maybe one or two more and then step that left foot out and we'll walk it over to the left side and try it over there. Bending into the left knee, and again, maybe you pause there for a couple of breaths and allow that sort of weight to shift slowly. And then when you feel good, you'll send that right foot out. Practice lowering it down. Just to a hover, it doesn't even touch the floor, send it out. And one thing I should have mentioned, that if you want to play with this later, having blocks under your hands is a really great idea. Because then you're focused less on touching the floor and more about the hip. Oh yeah, beautiful. Yeah, keep breathing. Don't hold your breath here. Yeah, now we'll just step it on out. Maybe take one more nice little wide-legged forward fold. Any variation with your hands here. If you're an upside down fan, you might want to play on your head. Yeah, just this sort of rocking back and forth can be really, really nice after that stretch. And then just start to make your way toward the front of your mat. Stepping back to your plank pose. Lower the knees down, lower the hips down, lower the chest down. Just let the hips sort of shimmy shake into the earth here. You might even bring the hands together, stacking the palms underneath your forehead. Yeah, maybe you're bending the knees, getting that windshield wiper action. And so I've got one more hip opening thing for you, and I'm going to give you a choice. So if you want to stay prone on your face, we can work with frog pose, which is taking one knee out to a 90-degree angle. That's a half frog. If you want to really stretch, you'll take it into both, which can be very intense. Or my favorite hip opener, coming to sit up and taking fire log. So fire log is the one where we get to stack the ankle on that meaty part of the knee. Yeah, and there might be some space here. That's okay. You could even place a block or a rolled up blanket or something there to give you a little bit more support. Yeah. And so when you look down, you should still be able to see a very distinct triangle. Yep. Okay. So then, let the hands fall wherever. Sometimes I like to take a little bit more, self-contact here, real physical touch. Close the eyes and see my body in my mind. So noticing the spine of kind of whether am I leaning forward or am I leaning back or rounding in the spine. I think all of our bodies have this sort of innate shortcut to take here. Mine likes to lean forward because it makes it easier on my hips. So I'm going to kind of lean back and still try to get up really tall. And then breathe in 360 degrees around my heart space, lifting the low belly. Exhale, heavier in the hips. Take about 3 or 5 rounds of breath. Experiencing all the sensations going on. There's tightness, there's lightness, there's a little bit of air swirling around. Notice where in the body you might be holding tension that is unnecessary. Is that in your jaw? Is that in the back of your throat? Shoulders? Take one more nice, long, good breath just for you. And as you release, bring the fingertips to the earth next to you, reground and remind. You are exactly as you are meant to be, exactly where you are meant to be. And then we'll begin to release this side. Lean on back as you untangle the legs. And just let them kind of rock gently side to side. If you lean back enough and kind of push up through your chest, you get like a bonus little booty massage here. We'll begin to switch sides. Begin the other leg on top. Oof. Hips are feeling tight this morning. And then just take all the time you need to get there and allow your breath to ground the hips where they are. Maybe you take again that sort of like hand to heart contact itself. Close the eyes and feel the shape of your body, how it is in space, the structure of your bones, and how can you manipulate, right? We're using the muscles to manipulate the bones. So if you're leaning forward, you're going to zip up that little belly and start to lean back using the long back muscles. If you're flaring the ribs, you're going to feel those intercostal muscles start to contract so that you can drop the ribs toward the pelvis and then lift the heart. Settling in here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Take one more breath right here for you. Release the fingertips to the earth. Just re-grounding. And as you release, take one more of this little side to side with your knees. And then just come on down to your back. You can bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open if that feels nice to you. And you can also just extend the legs long. We're going to just move towards Shavasana. If there's one last thing on the way that you want to kind of move through your happy baby, maybe another twist, just to cap it off. Feel free. You can also just take a few rounds of breath in your Supta Baddha Konasana, allowing yourself to feel heavy, to feel receptive, to feel everything that you are, exactly as you are, perfect and whole.
You can stay right here, or if you want to extend the legs long for the last few minutes. Feel yourself totally ready. There is nothing else you need to do. And then allow the body to become just a little softer here. Giving a little scan from the crown of your head all the way to the very bottoms and soles of your feet. Giving that little extra push to soften. Space between your eyebrows. Around your ears and the sides of your neck. The front of your chest. The fronts of your shoulders and long down both arms. All of your fingers. Gently soften, nothing to hold on to, nothing to be, nothing to do. Feeling the natural rise and fall of your chest and belly with each breath. The muscles of the legs, so strong and rooted, tethering you to the earth. Allow them to soften and rest. When we allow ourselves to experience the shape rather than perform the shapes, we are allowing our heart to be with the breath, to be with ease, to breathe freely. When we can move beyond the poses, we begin to drop into the mental and emotional aspects of our practice that are never gone. They're always there, whether we're focused on them or not. There's always a softening occurring. Begin to deepen your breath and allow the body to invite a little bit of gentle movement in through the fingers and the toes. Maybe rolling the wrist or stretching the body long with the arms up overhead. Maybe you bend in the knees. Eventually, you'll start to curl up onto your favorite side whenever you're ready in this lovely weekend, unhurried, unrushed way. And as you press your hands into the earth, lifting your way up, bring that grounded energy with you. Keeping your eyes closed if that feels good. Gather the hands together in front of your heart and bow your chin to your chest. Honoring the light deep within yourself. The same light is in me and in every other living thing. May all beings everywhere be happy, healthy, and free from harm. May the gifts I receive from my practice help me serve that happiness and freedom for all in some way, today, tomorrow, and every day. I thank you so much for practicing with me.